What's the crew?
Yo, what's poppin', Crew Nation? You already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, baby. It is your boy Jay, and today we are talking about Deitrick Haddon. Yes, Pastor Deitrick Haddon, the gospel legend himself, Deitrick Haddon. Now, this should come at no surprise to anybody, as he's not really one to run away from controversy. He's found himself in certain controversial spaces, according to the Christian community, on several different occasions, mostly with how he moves publicly. He's a bit unorthodox, and it's not bad. I mean, when we're talking about gospel music, Deitrick Haddon got some hits. Deitrick Haddon made it cool to do gospel music. It didn't have to be old Baptist church music anymore. It could be more hip hop, if you will. Pop. His music was more gospel pop, if you will. And he exploded in that lane. Along with that came a lot of fame to Mr. Haddon. And he's had TV shows and viral interviews and viral videos. And that is what we are here to talk about today. His wife was seen twerking on him. And a lot of people are up in arms. Why are they up in arms? Because they feel that this is something that shouldn't be done in public. They feel that this is something that should be done only in their bedroom, right? To where no one else sees this public display of affection. That's what they used to call it in school, right? PDA. No PDA, right? You used to get suspended if you displayed PDA at school, right? So in this instance, no one really agrees with this PDA that was that was displayed. Now, he came out and he said,
everybody needs an opportunity to speak their own piece versus everybody having an opinion.
I want them to run their mouth because it's something to talk about. It's something to have a conversation at the table about this, because it's time to be free in God and without being in sin. It's time. You go find you a wife that you can grind on you and pray with you when it's done. Don't get no woman wrapped in swaddling clothes. I've been there, done it. I can't do that. So it's time. It's time.
Did you say
if we don't do it,
swaddling clothing?
if we don't do it, man, we're going to lose so many more marriages, man. We got to show them the truth.
Man,
that's
we
the only
love
way
you, bro.
Stop
We love
bleeding.
you, bro.
Love you more, man.
whatever you may think a marriage under God looks like, this is not that. Like, basically, that's what he's saying. And he's saying people should want to have those type of goals, to have long relationships and kind of be in this area. And, you know, I see what he's saying, and I agree that the way marriages are perceived, and I don't think it's as bad now as what it used to be, but there's still a taboo sense of speaking on certain matters within a church regarding relationships. Some people still think that to be taboo, but I don't think that it's as in that state anymore. I believe that more and more people, as the church gets younger, essentially, they are more free to speak about those things rather than try to act as if those things don't exist. So with that being said, the further we go on, the more acceptable these things are going to become. But remember, not too long ago, Chandler Moore and his wife had some photos where she was posing a certain way and they were posing together, and people didn't like that. They said this should be in the comfort of your home. And I'm on both sides of that. There should be a level of freedom to express or to show that when you do get married, there are certain things that continue. Now, whatever those things may be, they don't necessarily have to be sexual. Now, granted, they were at his party and him dancing at his party, I don't have a problem with that. Her twerking at his party, like, I don't have a problem with that, especially if it was a private party. Like, that's his wife. She's not doing it on nobody else. She's doing it on him. Like, it's no different than being out wherever you at. I would be more upset from this standpoint of the person who took the video and put it out there. Now, I know he has it up on his page, but I didn't see it from his page. So I don't know where the video actually came from. With that being said, that's who I would more or less be upset with if that was that. Now, if he was in the pulpit, right, and this was during service and what have you, then yeah, at that point it would be a more of a concerning incident. But this is a man at his birthday party having fun with the people that are close to him, right? The fact it came out publicly, well, that's different. But the context of which it happened, it's not bad. Again, I understand where he's coming from. I understand what he's trying to show. But at the end of the day, context matters, right? Where these things happen, how they happen, those things matter. Now, if a sex tape got out, like, that would be an entirely different conversation. But that's not this. And that's what people are acting like. People are acting like a sex tape got leaked, that Deitrick Haddon special got released. Like, I don't know. That's the way people are making this seem. But it's really not that, given the context of how this happened. As far as his explanation, I get it. I'm kind of with it. But there does need to be a limit on maybe some of these public displays of this. You know, think about Mike Todd and him wearing his wife on his shirt in a bathing suit. Like, that was a big conversation. And is it too much? Like, for a sermon where people are trying to reverence God and think upon God, and they may be thinking about what they see on your shirt, whether good or bad. That wouldn't happen if that shirt or if that wasn't worn, right? So we do have to think about these things. If it happened on a pulpit, I would see more of a problem with it. But because it's happened at this party, I don't. The video got out there. It is what it is. There should be no secret. How do people understand? How do they have children together? How do people think that they got kids in the first place, right? Let's not act like these things don't exist. There definitely should be room for this, even in discussion. You being able to do these things, being married, and yet there should be some form of privacy upon those things, because, you know, some middle ground is where I'm at with that, man. But y'all let me know what you all think. Hit that like button, hit that red subscribe button, put it in the comments, and it's on.